Last night, for a few hours, I was trying to figure out some stuff. The D13 fight, and I presumed that the achievement had to do with that. Now I'm not so sure anymore. Oh yeah. I also had a failed recording. I kind of forgot that that's a feature. I always finish an entire run in one sitting. I didn't do much. I just played a little bit of Chaos. It was a mess. Prior to that, I didn't really accomplish anything. I guess I could show off one thing that I found, because aside from D13 and that one achievement that I presumed has to do with D13. Oh, by the way, the Chaos ship's weapon switches randomly every single room. That's the whole gimmick. I definitely like the previous ships better than this. But when I was looking for secrets in here, I was curious about these ghosts. Like, would they do anything with the ghosts? Are they more than just decoration? Or set dressing, I guess. But they want you to teleport back from here, right? But if you don't, if you just move back, you get this little thing telling you, hey, press tab, move the cursor, then press space. And if you still don't get it, the ghosts are like, hey idiot, do this! So that's pretty great. I'm glad I found that at least, even if I otherwise didn't find anything in here. I was thinking maybe I should bomb in every room. I tried shooting every single tile in here. I disabled the two separate parts of the force field in a different order, and after disabling one of them, I then explored the rest of the floor, the rest of the tutorial again, just to make sure something weird doesn't happen. I realized that you can go in here. For some reason, there's space enough there. Also here. I'll figure it out eventually. Or maybe if I do everything else, I'll just look it up. Some things are beyond me. Oh yeah, I guess I also put up all this decoration in that failed recording. You merely talk to clients and choose Furnish. And the first 4 times you choose the option, there's a bunch of dialogue, and he cycles through different carpets, banners, paintings, and eventually gives you the ghost. So that's what all those hats are for, if you don't know. This should be the last run on normal mode. After this, I can't think of any reason to keep playing normal mode, especially when I know that these 2 trials require me to be playing in hard mode to unlock them. And after I've done 2 more runs, counting the one I'm gonna do now, if I've unlocked Trial 3, I may start doing videos on the trials as well. I don't know, like, maybe I'll do the trials and then do a run. Maybe they're short enough, but maybe they take maybe they're the length of an entire run, that's what I'm trying to say. I was thinking about Scully a little bit more since the first run as Scully. Oh, these things. Now I know. I guess you do have to shoot them to get extra debris out of them. But I was wondering what ammo does as Scully. I don't know if I said it out loud, but I was thinking, I feel weaker without ammo. Maybe it is important. And it is. Ammo affects your fire rate and damage. So you definitely want ammo as Scully. Unless you put together a build that doesn't have any extra ammo. So you just have like periods of slightly increased strength, and you otherwise don't care because your modules are good enough in combination. Okay. What does that persist until I run out of ammo? I actually have no idea how that works with Chaos Ship. Oh, and because of this gimmick, Chaos Ship doesn't find weapons. The weapon capsule will have ammo in it. I should have thought about that a little bit more. Fire bombs are kind of fun if you recognize which enemies they can kill instantly. You can sort of skip some rooms. Yeah, sure. I was tempted to play on hard mode in this video as well, but I realized that after what you saw with the... Oh, this revolver has finale. But after seeing the different ending with the sword ship, aka Overlord, and seeing this ship during the ending in the last boss, obviously you'd want to know that I should showcase the other side of that from the Chaos Ship's perspective. Speaking of Overlord, did you notice how similar the design of the ship was to the Overlord boss? Obviously that's no coincidence, and the more I think about it, this ship resembles the boss of floor 6 on normal mode. Which, after that cutscene at the end of the Overlord run, now I get why. Though I did assume something like that before. Okay, I think it was more ammo than it would be efficient to pick up, so I'll fight the boss first. I do kind of want to go to Temple again. Just because I want to show off that there is a unique reward for doing Temple as this ship. But it's tier 4 Temple, so... Actually, there's a question. Maybe lower tiers of Temple also did something a bit differently. Not sure. Yeah, it's 50%, that's what I thought. And... how does this work exactly? Yeah, ammo and dam... Oh, it's just an ammo and damage up? Huh. Makes sense, that's effectively the same thing as permanent bless, right? It doesn't have to show up on the weapon. I guess if a weapon is blessed to begin with... It's so cool. Let's just say that there are... Well, if I go to Temple, it'll be a spoiler, so I'll only finish that thought if I fail to go to Tier 4 Temple. Maybe I'm jumping the gun on those purchases, but... Ah, the shotgun laser. I think that was Fan the Hammer revolver? Yup. Or auto hammer. Let's see how far that I can take this. some reason I messed this one up a lot. There we go. Really? Just as I said. I could still get a cartridge out of that. I wonder if they changed fireball shrapnel because it being spread in every direction is kind of redundant with the AoE of the fireball. Well, what am I even thinking about based on my previous standards? This is the only choice. Oh, I think I saw this before, but didn't it? Oh, I will take that, but about bandage. There was talk about how bandage is kinda terrible later on because it's arguably worse than a flan or a big heart and is... Like, I'm pretty sure if you pick it up in the last floor, it does absolutely nothing. My suggestion was, besides covering up a wound so that it can slowly heal over time, what else does a bandage do? I would say that it has some immediate effect to stop the bleeding, so symbolically at least it would make sense if picking up bandage immediately healed you for some amount of life. Maybe it works that way? I'm gonna try it actually, because I'm not too crazy about these. Did anything change? I was not looking at my life. Oh well. So the other card I picked up, I should have read the tooltip, but I can do it now. Your chaos weapons have 3 keywords. A lot of characters have unique stuff like this that doesn't otherwise show up. I think that's pretty neat. Scully obviously has the most unique stuff because of all the modules. Even if some of the modules are based on things the other ships can get. Nah, fire lance. About those fireball projectiles, the flame shrapnel that comes off of them. Right now it's made of destructible bullets, but originally they were indestructible. So I guess that's a change they made across the board. I don't exactly understand why. Maybe that's... I should pay attention to when I switch to hard mode. If they want to make normal mode easier, that's fine, I guess. Or maybe they change some things so that they can scale on higher loops, which I would also respect. I do fear that continuously making normal mode easier will create too much of a disparity between the difficulties. And so similarly to how I stick to hard mode. Uh-oh. That was close. So at this point, continuing to play micro games will just re-roll the cartridge, and I guess I'll do it once, because that one's kind of... okay. That's a weird one. Sure. The effect of that cartridge is incredibly minor. I barely notice it. Actually, I don't think I notice it at all. I do like the demon's name uses the archaic spelling. That's how Theseus would spell demon, right? I am failing hard. I have Scrap Runner. I keep wondering, where's that damage bonus from? It's Scrap Runner. So yeah, that's what Bandage does. I picked it up early enough in this run that it should be good. Huh. So those items were just 25% ammo and some scrap for this ship. I forgot about that, but it does make sense. Technically, that's inefficient. I suppose runs as this ship are kind of homogeneous because of the gimmick. You might find different upgrades and cartridges, but it's mostly going to be the same thing. Maybe that's why I haven't played the ship all that much before. Yeah. Plating is useful. Maybe I'm just being greedy, not picking it. Part of me is thinking, maybe it'll show up later, when I have more life. Oh, I remember this room. This is an old one. The way the enemy formation is split in half by those regenerating tiles is kinda unique. Is my cat audible? I think he could be heard in my tackle box playthrough as well. The internet likes cats, right? Yeah, at this point I feel like I've reached the limit of normal mode. I'm definitely switching to hard mode later. I guess I never showed the pause screen. Like, I don't remember showing this one. I was also thinking of Chaos's pause screen, but this is also nice. Just gotta check something. Alright. I have some notes, but I realized that they're not really appropriate for this run. They'll make more sense later. Could be the temple is a pipe dream on account of my greed. I could have entered a lower tier. Not doing a great job here. know, armor tech actually reminds me of a topic. I think when it comes to bosses having multiple phases, the element of surprise is pretty important. Because if it's a foregone conclusion that every boss will have 2 phases, so when their life bar is empty, another one pops up, I guess, yeah, From Software would be an example of that. There's nothing shocking about it. It's like, okay, that was too easy. Does the real fight start now? So I like that not every boss in this game has 2 phases. When you go inside Devourer for the first time, it's a surprise, because I'm pretty sure the other floor 2 bosses don't have an extra phase like that. Same thing with armor tech. And while I'm blathering, I just noticed, you see this symbol right here? It appears in many places. It's monolith. Those are the wings. That's the main body with the dot. Just like these ships, actually. It kind of resembles a godlike version of the playable ships. Which makes sense, because it's null, but upgraded. There's something I've never considered before. I said that null is missing its gem, or at least missing a gem when compared to the other ships. Is that why it wants Power Eternal? So it can be whole again? Because Monolith does have a gem. I don't know. Just a thought. Oh yeah, I'm low on money. This is the important floor. Yeah, similarly, you can see that I still have a charge weapon. Similarly to how Scully just gets a fire rate and damage penalty if he doesn't have ammo, Chaos Ship still cycles through random weapons. They just have no keywords. Which is especially bad when I have that cartridge, so give me that. Oh, how lucky to get a freeze weapon in here. What is it actually called? Oh, it is freeze. Okay. That was a lucky guess. Because I've heard ice, cold, frost. I'm pretty sure it's cold damage in Path of Exile, for example. Are there any diminishing returns on the damage? I guess I haven't found that much damage yet. Okay, technically Autobomb can help, but if you're in a position where Autobomb does something, you could just manually do it instead. That's part of the point. It doesn't actually do anything particularly useful. Anything you can't do yourself. I forget if I said that when I last talked about Autobomb. Scanner. Sure. The ambience in the secret rooms can be very... or the upgrade rooms as well, can be very sinister. I guess using your reflexes instead of just mindlessly moving in a straight line or however will give you rewards more consistently. Or at least the rewards themselves will be more consistent amount, because you're not relying on the RNG of where the items appear. I could have gone through the portal to save some ammo, but if that matters, I'll be surprised. Pretty sure the game does that thing where certain rooms look like faces, or I don't think I remarked, but I encountered a room in a previous run that sort of looks like a Metroid. I think that was intentional, I'm not sure. I'll be fine. Surely. Okay, now it's gonna be aimed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you didn't have any... I'll use a firebomb. I'll regret it probably. Yeah, now I have no bombs going into the boss. Good job, genius. Although, if I gamble... fine, I'll gamble. There's still a chance. Yeah, the prices keep ramping up. Bring it. I don't know. I don't have high hopes. I guess this is something that I didn't see when I fought Ordinator previously. You definitely need reflexes for those. Okay! Maybe this run will be more interesting now. If I'll be playing Temple on hard mode and high loops, I definitely need to... Oh, Path of Pain. Lovely. I'm pretty sure chiptunes means that there's a hacking minigame in this direction. Or maybe it was a cartridge shop? Yeah, it's hacking. Good enough, I suppose. I don't know just how good that minigame can get. Oh, that guy got crushed. I think the main benefit of this is re-rolling your room options. So there aren't really any rewards there in particular. No extra rewards anyway. Or maybe not the rewards you want, so... Fight some... Spirit Eaters. I'm assuming it's Spirit Eater because... The way it's written, I mentioned the character limit for names in Temple to go along with the memory limitations of the original project that this is based on. So it's SBR underscore something like EATR. Yeah, that's their name. Can't believe I remembered that. So I assume that's Spirit Eater. I guess if it's meta, you could say Sprite Eater. That could also work, I suppose. I don't remember the last of those homing shots being on a delay like that. That caught me off guard before. They're sort of staggered when compared to the rest. The rod reduces ammo usage, right? Yes, that's pretty great. That's a good start. I'm gonna do the Path of Pain before the penalty for damage gets too extreme. Oh, a continuous laser. Ah. I think I mentioned it before, but maybe I'll elaborate. In Relics of the Past, Temple had life scaling. Every wing you clear increases, if there's more than one wing, increases the... Maybe it's when you start the next wing, then the wing count goes up and the life scaling kicks in, but Wing 1, there's no increase to enemy life. Wing 2, plus 25%. 3, plus 50, and so on. That affected weak runs really badly. And I had a terrible experience going to Tier 4 Temple one time because it just so happens I didn't find that many damage upgrades. And I didn't pick some of the ones I did find. And even if I did pick them, things would still be tedious. So I am very happy with this new system for doing away with that problem. I specifically mention it now because the demon enemy I beat, you saw how it did one of its patterns, and then it sort of died before doing the second all the way. When I went in a Tier 4 Temple with little to no damage bonus, and I also lost my weapon, a demon like that managed to attack 3 or 4 times before it died in the same room, and its attack is supposed to be affected by the shape of the room. And since it was the same room, it was basically the same attack several times in a row. That, to me, crosses a line of artificial difficulty. Like, how many times can you dodge the exact same thing before you start blaming the game rather than yourself when you inevitably get hit? Oh, okay. Now, there's no way to salvage bombs here, I don't think. So, I'll just pick them all up. Oh! I don't think that used to work that way. But yeah, that gives you 2 bombs. I only had room for 1, so I got some scrap. Nice! Or the Twin Bee Angels. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but that's still how I'm gonna see them. So that's ammo. That's nice. I can save that for the bosses. I love it when an attack flows into another attack. These blocks, because now I think he would have dropped the guillotine again there. I have to shoot my way out. I don't think that's ever happened before. Or you could just teleport, I guess. Oh yeah, the Path of Pain had 2 rewards, and one of the rewards is something major, in this case a blessing. It could also be an upgrade terminal, if I remember correctly, so Path of Pain is quite rewarding. Yeah, like I said, I guess it balances out with the magic rod, but that's boring. I want to look for more secrets, and this time I won't forget to find them. Oh, I remember this. And trivialized. Unless you want to pick up all the scrap, I guess, and then you actually have to go up there, sort of. Oh, how have I never encountered these guys until now? They're sort of like Temple's equivalent of Reavers. The difference is that they aim ahead of you. So you gotta take that into account. You notice that icicle just turned into bullets? This is something I forgot to mention. Every mage is immune to the elements that they can wield. Since an Omnimancer uses ice, he's immune to icicles. They just turn into more bullets that you have to dodge. I think that's really awesome. Geomancers can't be crushed. They just pass through the tiles that would have crushed them. And maybe there's another example that I'm forgetting, because the other elements don't really have the ability to hurt enemies. This again. So yeah, I guess this answers my question. If you don't take a cartridge, it can appear later in the run. Doesn't get removed from the pool or anything. Yeah, sure. Maybe I'd want to wrap this up after I leave Temple. I almost evaded that. The shield does block bullets. I think I forgot to mention that before. Should be obvious, though. I don't think I approached that very well. Probably should have killed one of the ice mages first. That orb is a mage. I don't remember what it's called, but... Isn't this enemy kind of beautiful? It's just a really cool statue. So I guess those projectiles are associated with holy things. I think this is a zealot. Or wait a minute. I need to see something. No, it does just attack whenever it wants to. I had a thought of maybe it attacks when any enemy dies. But I'm not sure that would exactly make sense thematically, if that's even a concern. Although it's obvious why martyrs are called martyrs. Oh, right. I forgot he has a background attack. I guess I can charge my weapon during that. Ooh, I can feel the penalty. Might as well. Is that a continuous pulse waves laser? Oh, that is so sick. Shame I don't have it for the fight. And I should try not to waste so much ammo just showing stuff like that off. Okay, round 2. Oh, a visitor? Come on, get to it. So triple align, and I have no idea what the third keyword is. I sort of failed to keep track of the small bullets during the Giga Laser. if it's not obvious and you don't know, Warden has one phase per tier of the temple. The phase order is random, except for the last phase. It's always last at tier 4. And regardless of what tier the temple is, that doesn't mean you have to go all the way. You can just clear a smaller number of wings and then leave, and Warden will have the corresponding number of phases. So now 3. So he has Sword, Staff, Enigmancer runes, and okay, that's really bad. And the time stop shenanigans. I need to start using bombs. For instance, this pattern eludes me. I need to practice it some more before I start trying to dodge it without using any bombs at all. Oh, it's that one. I did lose track. You really have to tap dodge to get some out of some of those situations. And other times you have to dash out of the way. Oh, I'm out of ammo. I basically have a pea shooter that does slightly more damage, I guess. Oh no. It's a really cool challenge. I understand why Toho did the same concept. Who's the character who throws knives and stops time? With a much more blatant Dio reference in Toho. She was a maid, right? I want to say Sakuya, but I'm not sure if that's right. My Toho knowledge is limited. I know subterranean animism because I think it's really cool, and that's kind of it. Okay, enough blathering about anime girls. It's time to focus up. That's new. Oh no, you do have new stuff. That's terrifying. One thing I was trying to say before, until I got scared into shutting up, was that I spent a lot of time fighting this boss in the mirror in Relics of the Past. Because I wanted to do a certain something in the mirror. Because I felt that I hadn't really experienced the fight properly with the ridiculous amount of damage I beat it with back then. Okay, don't fuck this up this time. That feels different. I swear I didn't have to dash before, but now I feel like I have to. Maybe it's just my bad. Or wait, is that pattern new? I'm not sure. That's terrible. FYI, if it's like before, in hard mode, every phase does double damage with every attack. So that's fun. No, I'm bombing there. It's not worth it. I think the smaller projectiles there don't deal double damage, but I can't be sure. At least in the heat of the moment, I'm not taking any chances. Okay, multiples. Let's Just simple streaming, don't panic. Okay. And I have one bomb left over. This is more simple streaming. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It'll be okay. Have you ever tried to comfort yourself like that? I don't know why it came naturally. Right there. I will show what happens if you get hit by these eventually. But not now. Not at all. And I'm glad I had a bomb there, because I think I was starting to lose it. So, this is the unique thing if you're playing Chaos Ship. Hand of the First. Enigmatic. Show you what that does in a second. I don't think Temple Game is worth taking in this case. Oh, and in hard mode, you don't have to choose. You get both of them. Oh, I'm actually gonna appreciate Bandage. That's amazing. Oh, I don't have ammo. That's right. Soon enough, you're gonna see what Hand of the First does. At least I didn't get clipped by the block. Forgot to consider the Chamberlain for a second. That wasn't good. Yeah, I need to play it safe. Did you see that? That was a weird weapon, wasn't it? Hand of the First replaces your random weapons with unique weapons. So right now I have Solaris. Oh right. It's a big laser. It's like you're using something I haven't unlocked yet, a laser bomb. Oh, I got Solaris again. What the? I had this as Swordship. What? Oh my god, is that what I think it is? I guess it wasn't wrong to bring up Hellsinker. I'm pretty sure that was Minogame's homing lasers. Oh. Oh, I can't wait to find that. What is it even called? Is it called Revolving Carnival? Maybe they figured out a different name. They wouldn't reference this as blatantly as I would. Reference it as blatantly as I would. Did I mess up my words there? Oh, you see how the key was on the map? Sometimes you have to pick a key over this, which is maybe kind of annoying right now, but I'll take it anyway. For a moment I was like, why is this railgun getting wider rather than focusing to a point? I don't know, I guess weatherproof is fine. Oh, I think that's world's largest gun. What am I doing? I have the key. Oh, but I guess there was the gauntlet up there. Maybe that's why I did that. Yeah, sure. Oh. Oh my god, I get it. I love you guys for that. Oh, but I got hit. You actually have to use the friendly fire of the... Okay. Advanced Pipopedes, I guess. Nothing new other than the hat. What the hell is this weapon? I don't have time to think about that. Oh, that's cute. playing tag in the flames. Never thought my tag skills would be useful mid-run. Oh, I'm glad this thing showed up because doesn't it look like Arms Master? It does, doesn't it? Also, I'm pretty sure it uses Shockwave, which is a unique pulsar. That's pretty cool. That goes back to what I said about enemies using the same tools. Yeah. Wait, I think I did read that one as well. And this is, I already know, yeah. Ice mages. What, does everyone bully ice mages? Is that a thing? I think that was Bone Chill? Yeah, okay, I guess I remember more than I thought. It is pretty. Oh, this is the weapon I was talking about. If you hit the green dots that are exactly like the player visible hitbox. Gaining max life requires only 3 parts. Okay. What was I saying? Something about... Yeah, if you hit the hitboxes on the enemies, you deal double damage with that unique weapon. And that's cool. It's very satisfying to do. I don't think the parts are gonna matter. I probably shouldn't have taken that. But there was no way to tell until I've already spent the ammo. I can just pick ammo now, I guess. Maybe I should be scared of floor 6, but I'm not really. That was a tactical decision. Maybe triggering the exploding runes would have been a bit safer. Or maybe it wouldn't have been. There's some chance I find a good place to use the excavation bombs. Oh, gun with no name. I guess since it showed up now, I want to talk about it. This is another instance of, I think, something being made less functional and less interesting for the sake of parody. Gun with no name is based on the lock-on weapon from Zero Ranger, which in turn I think is based on the lock-on weapon from Ray Force. What's fun about that lock-on weapon is painting targets with a cursor and then letting go of the lock-on button to fire at just the right time and getting used to the rhythm of doing that. This weapon is pretty much automatic. I think it's more powerful and easier to use than most guns, which doesn't really sit well with me. Although I guess I should experiment with it more if I find it with another ship. Save them for floor 6, I guess. What the heck is that? Well, that's cool. How many of those can I have out at a time? I guess I should keep shooting them then. Okay, whatever that is. Seems pretty strong. I am a little bit concerned about dying in here. What is that? Oh. Weapon switched again. I don't even know if the money is useful, but I still have stuff to unlock, so yeah, I should be getting the money. Ah. I think ammo's more important at the moment. There it is again. I can't think of that reminding me of anything in particular. That was a sort of ice charge. Oh, and now I'm a demo man. Sticky bombs. That's world fire. World's largest gun. Gotta time it. See, if anything like this pops up, the idea that you should be Phantom Edge. Oh, I think they updated the visuals for Phantom Edge is what that is. I do remember the name Phantom Edge. But those enemies that are invincible unless they're shooting, if anything like that pops up in any shmup, you have a reason not to shoot all the time. Assuming, like here, you have limited ammo. Or if enemies fire revenge bullets, again, you don't want to trigger the revenge bullets. You don't want to trigger the revenge bullets sometimes. That's what I was trying to say. So I completely disagree with the notion that auto fire should be enabled in every shmup. Like, no. It shouldn't be. I rather agree that generally shmups should give you a reason to not shoot all the time. So there's a little bit more thought going into your gameplay. That weapon creates swarmers, whatever it is. Biohazard. Oh, I think one of the cartridges I found, the Scully, was just his equivalent of Biohazard. That would make sense. Is it worth it? I think I have enough ammo to do this. That's funny, does it not spell out Microcore's name anymore? I seem to remember it having a boss intro just like every other boss. Or most other bosses anyway. I'm pretty sure that using a bomb also lowers the reward. Oh, but I don't have any. I guess you can make up for getting hit by dealing a lot of damage. Excellent. Okay. I think that was worth it. I'm just holding the fire button to prove my point from earlier. And it's also very hard to target a specific enemy. I think it's based on proximity. Maybe it's based on what direction you're aiming in, but In Zero Ranger, if the cursor overlaps with an enemy, then you've locked onto that enemy. There's little to no ambiguity. I should have taken the heart. The moment I grabbed that, it was like, I just gained 2% ammo. Why did I do that? That was another new unique, I think. That's a weird danger room. I guess it showcases that... That makes me think that it really is that any room can be a danger room now. Huh. Because that room basically showcases that necromancers... What is this weapon? What? It has a line? What is that, the fractal gun? Or something? That completely interrupted my train of thought. Necromancers. Yeah, that room basically showcases that necromancers can't resurrect other necromancers. Which is funny, because technically with the limitation of only being able to resurrect each unique enemy once, it would be fine if they could. You see what I mean? Necromancers are way too lenient with their gimmick. Now compared to last time, you might notice that this boss looks pristine. Because obviously this takes place before playing as Overlord. That's a cool attack. Unfortunately, I have a sword, so I have to actually do this that well. During that pattern, with the blue large and medium bullets, I would suggest staring at the top half of the play area. How's this gonna play out? Yeah, that's what it looked like when we fought it as Overlord. Ah. Okay, so maybe I was thinking of this when I was trying to recall Overlord's scene. And I know there's nothing new here, so... When you see that frog, you get the game, dog. Challenger. I guess I'm getting a little better, but 50 hits still feels atrocious. Yeah, if you press the bomb button, you can save your report on this screen. That's how I saved those 3 reports. Or wait, did I even show that? No, yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. The failed recording is throwing me off. How much money is there now? Enough to get Arena Blaster. Sort of like Arms Master, but active items instead of an extra weapon slot. And Arena Blaster has a lot of new stuff, so next time it'll be that. And from here on out, I think it'll be nothing but hard mode. If I can handle that, hopefully I can. Maybe enough rust has come off at this point. Thank you for watching.